Oh, what is that?
Our podcast.
Well, that sounds wild.
Conservation Calls, an awesome Mohammed bin Zayed Species Conservation Fund initiative.
Yeah, but why are we really making this?
In this month's episode.
Have you heard of Christmas Island?
Cool.
Home to 14 different species of crabs.
Wow.
I'd rather go to Easter Island in Chile.
It's super cool.
They even have their own emoji.
That's
The
mad.
Cahow is making a comeback.
Hello everyone, or as we say, أهلاً وسهلاً. It's your two favorite adventurers, Noor and Mira.
Before we get to today's awesome story, did you know that the Mohammed bin Zayed Species Conservation Fund has made a huge impact by successfully supporting over 2,800 projects across 170 countries, where they have done an amazing job discovering, reintroducing, and protecting over 1,700 species from extinction.
That's so cool. Today's story is about one of those projects. Are you ready? Let's go meet our explorers.
Hello, I'm Zoha and I'm from Iran, and I'm currently in year 11.
It's Andrew here. I'm from the UK and the Philippines.
Sawubona everyone, I'm Renaz, originally from South Africa.
Hi, my name is Adam and I'm from Egypt.
Hey team, did everyone have an epic and fun festive season?
It was so much fun.
Awesome.
Too short.
To start the new year, let's play a fun little game. What's the island with the weirdest name you've ever come across? I'll go first. Have you heard of Christmas Island? It's super cool. It's home to 14 different species of crabs. That's like 140 million crabs on the island.
Oh wow, that's mad. But imagine the guy that actually went to the island to count them all.
I'd be too freaked out. I'd rather go to Cat Island or Tashirojima in Japan, which is home to a huge population of stray cats.
That's neat, but I'm allergic to the fur balls, so I'd rather go to Easter Island in Chile.
Let me guess, for an Easter egg hunt. Easter eggs.
Not really, but the island is super famous for its 887 incredible monolithic stone statues. They even have their own emoji. Check it out.
Cool. My favorite weird island name has to be the Nonsuch Island, which is part of the awesome Bermuda chain. Besides the cool name, it's also home to a critically endangered seabird.
Like a seagull? Surely they aren't rare. They're everywhere.
No, silly. It's home to the Bermuda Petrel Translocation Project, where one of the world's rarest seabirds, the Cahow, is making a comeback. Pretty amazing for a bird that was considered extinct for over 300 years.
Hang on. This feels like a start to another Mohammed bin Zayed Species Conservation podcast.
Totally. This is a perfect example of collaboration since they teamed up with Dolphin Energy to make a big splash in saving the Cahow on Nonsuch Island.
Dolphin Energy? Is that like a Red Bull for the Cahows?
No, Adam. Dolphin Energy supplies natural gas, but also cares for conservation and supports the MBZ Fund on this project.
My name is Nicholas Hurd. I'm Acting Director General of the Mohammed bin Zayed Species Conservation Fund, and I've been working with the fund since early 2009, when we first started awarding grants. At the review meeting of the Mohammed bin Zayed Species Conservation Fund Advisory Board in April 2024, the Advisory Board voted on, having reviewed carefully, a proposal to support the Bermuda Petrel Recovery Project. This project received a Chairman's Award, kindly funded by Dolphin Energy, and reflects the wonderful work being done over the course of many years and for many years to come to support the recovery of this bird, which had been thought extinct for almost 300 years.
That's so cool. So they're teaming up for a better tomorrow. But how are they making a difference on this project?
Before we can answer that question, we need to learn more about the birds and why they are struggling for survival. We asked JP Rouja from Nonsuch Expeditions.
Hello everyone, I'm JP Rouja, founder of the Nonsuch Expeditions here in Bermuda, where I work with the warden Jeremy Medeiros to protect the Bermuda petrel through a lot of hard work and developing technologies. They are one of the rarest seabirds on the planet that nest only on Nonsuch Island and a few surrounding rocks.
Hello everyone, my name is Jeremy Medeiros and I am the senior scientist for terrestrial conservation for the Bermuda government, the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. It has been a real privilege for me as a biologist to work for the last almost 40 years with the Bermuda Petrel Cahow, one of the most critically endangered seabirds on the planet. I started working as an apprentice way back in 1984, and after getting the proper academic, training and such. I took over the program in 2000. So for the last 25 years, I've managed the Cahow recovery program and also the Nonsuch Island recovery program, which are, very connected. When we first rediscovered them, after they were thought to be extinct for over 300 years, there were only 17 pairs on the planet on 4 tiny little rocks. They're not even really islands. So we moved them to a much larger island and much higher, Nonsuch Island. And this has really become necessary because of climate change, with increasingly strong hurricanes and increasing numbers of hurricanes that have been hitting Bermuda over the last 25 years. It was becoming more and more essential to move them to a much higher island where they're safe from erosion, which we've been able to do. We've got 2 colonies on Nonsuch, and we've been able to increase their numbers from the original 17 nesting pairs up to 165 pairs this year in 2025. And even though 165 pairs sounds like a lot, that is for the entire planet. So that's only about 350 individual birds. Imagine if there were only 350 humans on the entire planet Earth. You could wander all your life and never run across another human.
What makes these birds super unique is that they only lay 1 egg each year. That means those eggs are easy picking for predators, which is why Nonsuch Expeditions jumped into action.
1 egg? Oh my word, that's insane.
Totally, but the window of opportunity is also super short. Nesting season kicks off in mid-October and runs until the end of November, which is all about courtship and nest building. After that, the Cahows head out to the open ocean to feast for the entire month of December. During this time, the females are working on their 1 big egg, while the males are busy building up fat reserves to help with early egg incubation, which happens in January and February. It's a hectic but exciting time for them.
That's hectic. How many survive?
Not so fast, Andrew. Relax and catch your breath. JP Rouja will tell you more on the other side of this. While Andrew takes a breather, I bet there's something you didn't know about the bird.
Cahows spend their entire lives on the high seas, flying around over the North Atlantic, never touching land, apart from when they come back to Bermuda to nest. They don't even feed in Bermuda and must fly at least 700 miles to find the food to feed their chick ones.
Back to the story. With those eggs being in short supply, it's super crucial to keep them safe, just like JP Rouja from Nonsuch Expeditions points out.
They nest underground, which makes it almost impossible for us to monitor and protect them. So I built special cameras and infrared lights called the Cahow cams to let us watch them in the dark without bothering them. We've been doing this for 15 years and millions of minutes of video have been watched online.
That's amazing! I think I could binge on Cahow TV all day!
Totally. I think it's awesome how they're using tech to keep tabs on the cows. It's not just about protecting them. It's also about learning more and getting a better vibe on their nesting habits with 24/7 observation and data collection. Super cool.
That's not all though. Nonsuch Expeditions have some big dreams, and with support from cool companies like Dolphin Energy, they're totally able to crush their goals.
It feels like they've done so much. What more can they do?
For sure. They're doing a ton of cool stuff, like kicking off the first phase of follow-up genomic population study for the Cahow, which will really help manage the species. They're also using AI to check out current nests and spot rodents like rats. Plus, the funding will go toward putting a new set of artificial Cahow burrows, each one weighing around 600 to 800 pounds. How awesome is that?
What is genomics?
Conservation genomics is when you study an animal's genes, which control how their cells and ultimately their bodies develop. This can give us a better idea as to why some of them have health problems, causing almost half of their eggs to fail to hatch.
So these are the things that make us different from each other. Why I'm funny and you're not, Andrew. Ha ha.
Exactly. It's also the thing that makes animal species different.
Wow, they've been busy. Have they had any success?
We now have almost 165 pairs, up from the 17 pairs that were rediscovered nesting on a few rocks in the 1950s. Whilst this may not sound like a lot, it is a big improvement, especially since no one even knew they were alive for over 300 years, making this a great conservation success story.
That's such a cool project. Well done.
That's insane, and another example of why I love the conservation. We learned about a beautiful island range and what they're doing to protect the critically endangered seabird. We also learned about the interesting habits and behavior of this rare bird, and heard from JP from Nonsuch Expeditions about how they can use tech to make a difference.
This project, tasked with Flying colors. Get it? Flying? Ha.
Tune in for next time. We'll be back with another epic story. A special thanks to the Mohammed bin Zayed Species Conservation Fund for helping us make a more sustainable planet. Thanks for listening. Bye.